Hello, hello. Hey, it is Tamara here with our Big Oily family, and it is Monday, 2 o'clock-ish, and it is time for me to be here, right? So today I wanted to talk about some ways that you can support your loved ones in their, as they go through their end of life and hospice care, okay? These aren't really like ways to support them physically, I guess, but more emotionally, spiritually, and like mentally. Okay. There's a lot of oils to choose from that you can use. Kind of one of the things that you want to think about is, what did they do earlier in life, right? Hang on, there's that. What places made them happy, right? What was their job? If you can kind of mimic those scents, aromas, right, for them, that will be very beneficial. I had a friend who, her grandfather was a woodworker. And so what she did when he was in hospice is she made a diffuser blend, and she diffused frankincense and copaiba and green mandarin together for him. And that really helped to support him in that transition, right? Okay. So I'm going to kind of go through some things, you know, like kind of what aromatherapy is helpful with. What oils you can use. Again, there's a lot of oils to choose from. And if there's something that you know that person really liked and benefited from before they were in the situation that they're in, then use that oil, okay? If you find that you use an oil and the person seems to become agitated, then that's probably not the one that you want to use, whether it's topically or aromatically, right? Okay, and then I have a couple different ways that you can use them. I have some other, we're going to talk about caregiving right at the end, because caregivers need support also. If you are a caregiver of someone, you totally understand that, right? Because you kind of get lost. It's like being an extra mom, I guess. You kind of get lost in the shuffle because it's really all about helping to make that person comfortable, and you kind of get shuffled down. But it's very important to support yourself if you are a caregiver in for your loved one. Okay. So we all know that our sense of smell is linked to the limbic system, right? Which it really helps to govern your emotions. It governs your behavior, your long-term memory. Okay. And so the olfactory centers of the brain, they continue to function even when someone is unconscious. Therefore, a pleasing aroma will still be registered by the subconscious mind, okay? And hopefully will make that transition process more pleasant for the person, okay? It doesn't matter what the smell is, as long as it's associated with memories of happiness. And so again, like I said, if you have, you know, a certain oil or blend, the person really liked that, then choose that oil or blend to use, okay? Aromatherapy really has a role in improving the quality of life, especially in the dying and transitioning process, right? Using essential oils and aromas can provide comfort to the mental, emotional, and spiritual states for those and their caregivers, okay? So it helps to promote relaxation. It often improves sleeping patterns. It can help to alleviate anxious feelings, helpful to reduce those depressed feelings, reduces pain and suffering, and then also can aid in digestion. The best, you know, even if the best you can do for someone is to revive some pleasant memories while they're going through this transition, then you have done something really meaningful for them. The best ways to use essential oils in this situation are really either in the diffuser or topically, okay? And remember that typically people that are in hospice, I don't want to say typically, but I would think the majority of them are older. And so their skin is going to be a little more thinner. And so you want to make sure that you dilute any of the oils that you use with either lotion or a carrier oil. okay, if you're using them topically. Okay, so oils to use, I chose the ones that, the recommendations that have been used by many people who've shared what they've used with me, right? What they've shared with what they've used with their loved ones during that time. And like I said before, there's a lot of other oils and blends, and if your loved one responds to those, then definitely use that, okay? So the first one that comes to mind is Peace, which is our reassuring blend. And that one is really good because it's going to help bring about a sense of peace and calm if they're anxious or they're irritable or they're fearful about dying, right? This blend can be either diffused or applied topically to really help soothe away worry and encourage feelings of contentment and peace. Okay, so that's a good one to use. Another one that is top is frankincense. Okay, it really helps to invite your loved one to let go of lower vibrations and negativity. It's a really powerful cleanser of spiritual darkness, and it assists in spiritual awakening and helps your person feel the love of the divine. Okay, so it opens up those spiritual channels. It's very good for transitioning. Rose essential oil. Rose essential oil is the highest vibrational oil. Every oil has a vibration, and rose is the highest, and that is really good for that. Okay, it's a super powerful healer of the heart. So it can help to support individuals in reaching heavenward and connecting with divine love. It can help to bring about that they are feeling wrapped in warmth and charity and compassion, and know that it's okay to say goodbye and let go. All right. And then we have Console. That's another one. So Peace and Console are both part of like doTERRA's aromatherapy. I don't even know what the word is. Collection. There we go. And there's quite a few others, but Peace and Console are very good during this time of life. Okay. And so this one was really blended together to help you if they're in need of emotional comfort. It helps to soothe emotional pain, loss, grief, or tragedy. So it's also not only good for the person that is going through this transition, but also yourself if you are helping with that, or if you have lost someone. Okay, it's very good for that purpose. Another one is Copaiba, right? That one's really helpful for letting go of any guilt or shame. Okay, it invites them to come to the divine with clarity. All right. Balance. If you've ever used Balance, it's a grounding blend. It's super, super good at making you feel very grounded, helping you to slow down and feel stable. And because a lot of people who go through hospice, who go through their end of life phase, right, is they're anxious about it, and they're I don't want to say nervous, but I think they're more anxious and probably a little fearful. And so Balance can really help to kind of calm and ground the person. Okay. Same thing for the caregiver. And even if you're not the caregiver and you have caregivers that are coming in, these oils can be very beneficial to them. Okay. Another one is Forgive. It's another one in the emotional aromatherapy collection. Okay. And Forgive is really good for bringing about forgiveness and letting go. Okay. So you're not holding on to bad feelings and things like that. Okay. Myrrh is another one. I took the label off of mine because I made my own touch roller, right, where you put the oil in the roller and then add fractionated coconut oil. That's before we had it available. But this is myrrh. And my favorite way to get this out of here, because it is a very thick oil, is to use a flip top. Okay. I had the regular top, like on this one, right, with the little reducer thingy in it so you can get the drops out. The last time I opened it that way, the entire thing came off, like the lid and the little reducer all came together, because it gets, I don't know if you can see in here, but it gets a little thick and resiny, because that's what it is. Oh, you can see kind of a, I think you can see a chunk right there. Anyway, so myrrh is very good in this instance because it assists in letting go of fear. It helps the soul to feel the love and nurturing presence of a mother. Okay. And so it can be very beneficial in that way. Serenity is another one because it's the restful blend. Okay. It helps to let go of feelings of stress, of anxiousness, of being overwhelmed. It helps to quiet the mind because sometimes people at the end of their life can be a little agitated. Lavender is another one, right? We all know that lavender is very good for calming and relaxing. It helps to release tension and any constriction that they might be holding on to. Adaptive is another one, right? That one, that's the calming blend, and that one was actually put together for stress and anxious feelings. Okay, so it helps to bring about kind of feeling of reassurance and calm. It helps letting go of constriction, tension, worry, and any uneasiness. That's a good one to have. Wild orange is another one because you could also use lemon, but wild orange is a little, what I want to say, like gentler than lemon is. And it just makes you smile because it's a citrus blend. It's very clean smelling. It really helps to encourage people to let go of their fear and nervousness. So that's another one to have. And then another blend is Citrus Bliss. Okay. And that one really helps to have people reconnect with their inner child and let go of limitations and any insecurities that they might have. One that you might not have thought of is spikenard. Okay. This oil encourages really true appreciation for life. It encourages the soul to surrender and let go. It opens the soul to acceptance and gratitude. So that could be a good one. If you don't like the aroma of spikenard, just use it with like lavender or serenity or something else. It's not my favorite aroma. It doesn't stink, but it's not my favorite aroma, but it is very useful and beneficial in this purpose. And then the last one that I have recommendation wise is Roman chamomile. And that one assists in helping feeling connected to and supported by the divine. It helps to calm insecurities and follow your spiritual path. Okay. Now, again, these are recommendations of people who have gone through this process before and have been a caregiver for someone. I have a fly in here. It's been driving me crazy all morning. I haven't been able to get him with the fly swatter, and of course now he's circling around me. Anyway, so if you have other oils that the person responded to, really liked before, then please use those because that's what's going to bring about those feelings of happiness and remembering. Okay. But these are some really good ones. Now, the ways that you can use the oils is either in the diffuser. It's a good thing to have in the room, right? Is a diffuser. Or you can apply them topically. Frankincense is a really good one to just put a drop on your hand, rub it together, and then, massage the top of their head. You can massage their earlobes. You can take rose and put a drop in your hand, massage it over their heart. That one's super comforting. You can massage the frankincense on the shoulders, the neck also, because it's helpful for relieving tension. Lavender and wild orange in the diffuser is a great blend. Using peace over your heart and the bottoms of feet is great. If you use frankincense and myrrh together, you can rub it gently on forehead, between your eyes, okay? Excuse me, on the arms and hands. It is incredibly relaxing and comforting to use frankincense and myrrh together. Frankincense whisper, now that's one that I didn't include, but frankincense whisper, serenity, peace, and console. You can use those in the diffuser and also topically. Frankincense on the top of the head, over the heart, on the bottom of the feet. Another great way topically to use it is to do an aroma touch hand technique, which is a way of, I'll put a link to a video so you can see what it is. It's very simple, but it's a really good way of connecting with someone and using the oils on them. It's very relaxing. You could use any of these oils that we just talked about, other than probably wouldn't want to use spikenard by itself. But, you know, peace, the serenity, lavender, balance, rose, frankincense, the copaiba, adaptive, any of those would be perfect to do an aroma touch hand technique with. And it really helps to support them with that physical touch. Okay, because people people really crave physical touch. And that can be something very supportive. If you are a caregiver for your loved ones, you want to be sure to take care of yourself also, because there's a statistic. I know my mom took care of her husband who passed away, and she said to me that I don't remember what the statistic is, but a lot of times, unfortunately, the caregiver can go down before the actual person who's in hospice does, because they do everything for that person and they don't take care of themselves. So make sure that you take care of yourself if you are a caregiver for someone. All right. This is kind of a what I want to say. What someone shared with me that they used. They used frankincense. They diffused it for 15 minutes each hour in the room. It helps with breathing, clarity, and emotional well-being of the patient. It supports the family and friends in keeping priorities clear and emotions balanced in passing stages. It allows the mind of the patient to be more clear even when on heavy pain medication. Applying frankincense to the throat, the neck, and the chest relieves anxiety and helps with simple expressions of love and appreciation. Also allows the person to keep fluids down. And when frankincense is mixed with lemon oil, it's great relief for any kind of like mouth thickness or mucus that can gather in the throat. It's also very helpful for mouth sores that can happen. You can use a big Q-tip to apply it that way, or make a little spritzer of the frankincense and lemon. So yeah, if you... Oh, I'm not quite done. I was going to say, if you have used oils with your loved one during hospice and end of life, and you have a recipe blend that you think really helped you and them, feel free to share that in the comments. Another thing to remember is that little kids they don't necessarily know how to deal with sadness. So when someone passes on, that can be really hard for them. And it's hard because you're dealing with it and they're dealing with it. So they have any of the aromatherapy blends, the Console, the Forgive, the Peace, those come in the touch rollers, and that can be really beneficial for your little one. So if you want to take kind of what's called the talk it out approach, if they want to, right? And use a little bit of Console to help with that. You can do 4 to 5 drops of Console in the diffuser. You can snuggle on the couch with them, and when they're ready to open up and talk, then just listen, because everybody wants to be heard, right? All right. So then some other, if you've gone through the transition and you're dealing with someone who isn't there anymore, for the emotions guide, really good ones to use would anything that is yellow. So Citrus Bliss is a little more orange, but lemon, cheer, bergamot are great to use. anything that is green, if you're like starting to struggle with your emotions and that kind of thing, that's going to be forgive, right? It's got a green label on it. But also, I'm sorry, these are super duper small and I can't read the labels. Balance and eucalyptus are really good. If you are just struggling and you're really having a hard time, anything with a blue label, that's going to be peppermint, adaptive, right, and peace that we talked about. If you're in need of a lot of support, that's going to be anything purple, and that's going to be like lavender, serenity, and console. Okay, some other good things to do, like for self-care tips in dealing with grief and loss, is to go for a walk outside. It's amazing how that can just really help and give you a sense of calm and peace. You can call a friend, you can journal, you can listen to music maybe that you both liked, right? Or music that reminds you of that person. You can read a book, you can take a bath. Just sitting in nature is super helpful. Writing a letter, either praying or meditating, doing small acts of kindness. And then if you're indoors, right, you can diffuse essential oils. I do have some diffuser recipes. I'll put the little graphic in one of the comments underneath this video. But those are my suggestions on helping. If you, like I said before, if you have gone through this and you have supported your loved one during this time, and you used a diffuser blend that you found very beneficial, or maybe you made a roller blend that you found very beneficial. Gee, I can't even talk. Feel free to share that in the comments, okay? Because it's always nice to have options, especially if you only have a few oils, right? It's nice to have some options of things that you can use. So I hope you found this beneficial. I'll be back next Monday I don't know what I'm going to talk about next Monday, but I'll be back next Monday. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.